Hey everyone, Chris Van Patten here with a wrap-up video tip. So if you're getting this, you either follow me on YouTube or at my podcast, Wrap Up, WRAPPUP.com. Usually I do that as audio, but this week I thought I'd do a quick video tip about an app that I have fallen in love with today and just had to share. So you've probably heard of Boomerang, which is a Gmail add-on for either getting notified about emails, in a certain time. You can do read receipts. Lets you, and the main feature is that it lets you send emails at a later date or time. And Boomerang is great. It's sort of the well-known. It's top in its field, but there is a better option out there, and that's why I'm here to talk to you today about this app, Write Inbox. Now, Write Inbox could pretty easily be seen as a direct clone of Boomerang. It has all the same features, so doing read receipts with your emails, sending later at specific dates and times, and then also having an email address, or an email rather, bounce back up to the top of your inbox. So that's sort of why Boomerang is called that, because it brings an email back to your attention. Write Inbox does all the same stuff. It's almost exactly the same. There's some subtle UI differences and a few small changes that I think make it worth using. So just really quickly, why would you use something like this? It's really great for me to go in maybe on a Sunday night or something, and while I'm typing up email and starting to get ready for the week ahead, I don't necessarily want to send that email out right then. It would be better to send off in the morning when you're sure that it's going to get attention rather than get buried at the bottom of somebody's inbox. So you can compose your emails and then decide to send them at a specific time. So I'll say, send this out tomorrow morning, and it will do that automatically for me with no intervention. Outlook has had this feature for a long time. The difference is with Outlook, you actually need to have the application open. With Write Inbox and Boomerang, both, you just sort of set it and forget it. You can close your computer, turn it off completely. It doesn't matter. They know to look for your email and send it out at the right time. So why specifically Write Inbox? Especially if you're familiar with Boomerang, you might think there's really no incentive to switch. I like this a lot. I get what I want out of it. The difference comes down to 2 points that I'm going to show you, but quickly I'll describe them. The first is that you can actually edit emails before they get sent. So you can make changes all the way up until the point that Write Inbox actually triggers the send. The other difference is pricing. If you use a Google Apps account, which I do for my main email address, Boomerang wants to charge you $15 a month because in their research they found that Google Apps users are more dedicated users of the service. I think that's kind of arbitrary, and because of that, I have sort of refused on principle to upgrade my Boomerang plan. Write Inbox, on the other hand, all the pricing is consistent. It's $4.95 if you pay every month, and it's $3.95 if you book a year in advance or pay for a year at one time. So I'm going to walk you through really quickly how to set up Write Inbox. And the first thing to do is install the extension. Now, you can do that either from their website directly, or you can go over to the Chrome Web Store. And as you can see here, I've already added it to Chrome, and it's done the install and all that. The next step is to set it up in your actual email account. So I'm going to do that really quickly with one of my most unused email accounts, so we don't bother anyone in particular. So it's going to load Gmail as normal, and at first you're not really going to notice anything different about the interface. The trick here, though, is that it's going to ask you to authorize Write Inbox. You'll see in a moment. So you'll see there, it instantly pops that box up, and then I can press continue here to authorize Write Inbox. So it's going to do this all over OAuth, which is the safest way to do any account verification like this. And it's going to want to view and manage your email and then other basic information about your account, just with any type of service like this. So I'll click accept, and then it's going to process that and redirect me back to my inbox. Great. So now I'm back in my inbox. tells me there it's all set to go. And then it's going to ask you to pick a plan. And for this, I'm going to just go with the limited plan. And then you can also do promotions and affiliate marketing sort of things. And we're going to skip that for the moment. All right, so I'm going to click Compose here. And you're going to see that the Compose window has an extra row on the bottom here. So we've got our Send Later option, Track, and then Remind Me. So each of these features does different things, obviously. Remind Me, if I check that, it'll bounce this email back up to the top of my inbox after a set period of time. With tracking, that's going to let me know when somebody opens my email. And then obviously Send Later, which is what we're interested in. So I'm going to send this email to myself here. And I'm going to put in a subject and then some random text. Great. So instead of clicking the blue Send Now button, I want to send this later. So we're going to send this right here. We're going to click that. And then we're going to say at a specific time. So I'm going to say in 1 minute. And you can see that it automatically picks that up there. So I'll click Schedule. And my email has been scheduled. Now the difference here, as opposed to Boomerang, is that I can still edit that email. That's still available for me to change. With Boomerang, it sort of just sends it out into the ether, and good luck. But that's very different here. So you can see that it tells you what time it's set to be scheduled, and I can change my email. And then as long as the draft gets saved, which it just did, that updated draft is what's going to send. So I'm going to close this here and go back to my inbox so we can wait for that email to come. And there we have it. There's my email, sent exactly 1 minute later as I asked. You can see it's 5:42 and it was 5:41 when I sent it before. And of course I can open it up and you'll see the subject line is completely clear, and there you have it. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now if I wanted this to come back up to the top of my inbox, I could check here to remind me, and then it's the same interface. So I can say, tomorrow morning, bounce that up, so I remember to look at it. And again, you can choose a specific time. I'm not going to walk through that, but that just sort of gives you an idea of what's possible. So that's Right Inbox. I highly recommend it over Boomerang. It's basically the same, but where it's different, in the price and then in letting you edit your emails before you actually send them, those changes alone are 100% worth it. I've also found that the Right Inbox interface is a lot cleaner. The buttons sort of blend in better with Gmail, and with Boomerang they have some images in their buttons, just funky little things like that. With Right Inbox, everything is just well organized. It fits right into Gmail, and it's just a nice way to handle this kind of stuff. So all right, I've been Chris Van Patten. This has been a little bit of an extended video wrap up. Let me know if you like it in the comments, and I'll plan to make some more. All right, bye-bye.